can't believe it! The heart is actually missing? I really shouldn't have jinxed it. You found spores contaminated with Cowler? You know, they look familiar. I remember now. These come from the Caledon tribe.
The Caledonians? I should have known.
The Caledonians are the natives who inhabit the Forest of Ancients. They rarely interact with us, but I'm sure these spores come from the forest. They use the spores in religious rituals to induce a trance-like state. They believe it brings them closer to their goddess. These spores are used by the Caledonians in religious rituals to induce a trance-like state. They believe it brings them closer to their goddess. But how could they have removed the heart without the 3 tokens? Could it... Wait! I remember being told of a legend by the old head priestess. She said the Caledon priests had a special technique to convert the heart into a corporeal form. Maybe that's how the thief did it.
I knew those Caledons wouldn't stay hidden in their woods forever. We must inform the village elder. If those forest-bound savages are the culprits, we'll have no choice but to go to war.
Are you going to the Forest of Ancients? I'm ready to accompany you. Don't worry. If the heart is really there, I should be able to locate it. I'll just need some time. So, you're looking for a capable helper. I do have someone in mind. He's pretty reliable. He may be a Cheeburb, but he's actually just as strong as you are. Don't worry, you'll get it once you see him. This is the helper I told you about.
Pleasure to meet you, Vidarin. As you can see, I'm a Cheeburb warrior. I may be different from the rest, but I'm a Cheeburb through and through.
My friend wants to take a trip to the Forest of Ancients to prevent a war.
The Forest of Ancients? That's a dangerous place, but I'd do anything to keep us out of a war. After all, no one knows the vileness of war better than a warrior. You should be aware that taking the life of a conscious being with a soul is far crueler than killing monsters. We'll head out as soon as you're ready.
This is your first adventure to so distant a place, right? I do believe in your capabilities, but you should still visit Gazers. Besides, I know that no hunter can pass up the chance to upgrade their weapon.
So, you are the youngster who took down the Blood Gorg? You must have extraordinary skills to best a creature like that on your first hunt. You can't keep using that old weapon of yours. Vidarin weapons are far more advanced than those from other tribes. They can be forged and enhanced to become more powerful. I can forge your weapons to improve their attributes and unlock new forms. You'll see that we artisans are as serious about our work as you hunters. Now that we're done with your weapon, let's start on your armor. Whether you're going to the Forest of Ancients, the Volnar Valley, or anywhere beyond Vidarin, you'll need a set of good armor to protect yourself from dangerous beasts. Come with me, and I'll show you how to forge armor.
Looks like you're ready to go. Be on your way, child. Don't expect to be welcomed by the Forest of Ancients. The Caledonians hold a far deeper grudge than we do, not to mention the conflicts in our beliefs. But don't worry. I know an adventurer named Skady. She has lived in the forest for years. She knows everything about the place. If you run into any trouble, you can ask her for help. Skady's been quite active in the area near Viderin of late. There is no time to lose. You...
It's too quiet. Feels like someone is watching us.
But I don't feel anything.
I'd trust a warrior's instincts if I were you.
A medium's senses are more reliable. We have the eyes of a Thisbe and the ears of a Russer. Neither a breeze in the leaves nor the rustling of the grass escapes my... Let's talk things out.
Who dares trespass on this sacred territory? Two Viderins?
And a Cheeburb.
You are not welcome here. Leave now.
No, we won't leave until we get the Caller Heart.
Only the most foolish of thieves would announce their plot so brazenly. What makes you think that you can steal our holy relic?
Thieves? Steal? What on Ekors are you talking about? We're here to get our Caller Heart back. How do we know it wasn't you who stole our holy relic?
Your holy relic is worthless to us Viderins. Your abuse of Kala has tainted the Kala heart deeply. Your presence is a desecration of Kala. If you know what is best for you, you should leave at once.
Like she said, we aren't leaving until we get the Kalar Heart.
There's no need for unnecessary bloodshed. But heed my words, strangers. You best not harbor any ill intentions. I will keep an eye on you, as the eye of our goddess.
These Caledonians are hiding something, I know it. Darn it! I can't sense the Caller Heart's presence, but my intuition tells me that it's nearby. Don't look at me like that. I'm a medium, and a medium's intuition is as reliable as her eyes. By the way, who was it that Denor mentioned? Was it... Is that Skady?
Take out the beast box, then ask her yourself.
shouldn't have underestimated me. It's open! Why so angry? You think you're losing? Now's our chance! What else have you got?
Foolish beast.
Thanks. I wouldn't have survived if you hadn't shown up. But wait, why are you here? Viderans don't belong in the Forest of Ancients. Oh, I'm Skady, by the way. I'm a Videran adventurer. Actually, a half Videran, half Caledanian adventurer. You know my name. Village Elder Denner told you to come, right? Wait, you're saying that the Kalar heart was stolen? That's terrible news. But if you're asking me whether this has anything to do with Kaladin, I don't have an answer for you. In any event, if you're gonna explore this forest, you'd better be prepared for anything. Did you run into Ato and his people? I'm sure he didn't give you a warm welcome as a priest of Kaladin. Many years have passed since the last war between the two tribes, but the hostility is not forgotten. After all, the two tribes' beliefs about Kalar keep them in irreconcilable conflict. The Viderans use Kalar almost all the time, not just for fighting. But in the eyes of the Caledanians, Kalar is the most... Only a few clerics can use it on a limited basis, and only with the permission of the Nameless Goddess.
Nameless Goddess? Is that the god the Caledanians believe in?
That's right. She is their supreme deity. They believe that Kalar and everything else in the world is her creation. Ordinary people of flesh and blood, whether Videran or Caledanian, must not taint the sacred Kalar. To do so is considered blasphemy. Ato and the others are preparing the annual prayer ritual. It's the most important religious event for Caledanians, when they pray for good weather in the coming year. The ceremony is the only time of year when they take out their most holy relic, which is usually kept hidden away. That relic is the Kalar heart. That's why they've been particularly vigilant of late.
It's understandable that they're worried about the theft of their Kalar heart. That calls for extra vigilance. But Kalar is a natural thing. It certainly isn't created by any god. No rational Videran would believe that.
Maybe you're right. but I have both Vidaran and Caledonian blood, so I can't easily dismiss her existence with rationality.
Oh, that's not what I meant. I'm saying that...
Don't worry. As a bicultural individual, I'm used to it. What I'm trying to say is that I know the nameless goddess worshipped by the Caledonians does exist, even if she's not necessarily the creator of Kalar.
She exists? How can you be so sure?
Because I've seen her with my own eyes.
You've seen her?
Yes. I once saw the figure of the nameless goddess in an old, abandoned temple. She looks both Vidaran and Caledonian. Perhaps she looks slightly more Caledonian.
Are you sure that it wasn't a dream? Or an illusion?
I was in a terrible state at the time, but I'm sure it wasn't a dream, much less an illusion. But it's a long story. Let's focus on the issue at hand. The Kalar heart is what you should be most concerned about right now. I'm prepared to be your guide. After all, you saved my life and helped me to retrieve my dagger, which is my most prized possession. It was left to me by a dear friend who passed away. I'll help you, but I'll need some time to get ready.
What do you think? Are you convinced of what a good forge can do? I knew it. Alright, let's complete the rest of your armor. You have to protect yourself before you can defend others.
Looks like you're ready to go, Hunter. But if you don't mind, give me a bit more time. It won't hurt to explore the outskirts of the forest first. It's never a good idea to just rush right into the heart of the forest. I'm guessing that your Kalar medium friend has come up empty so far? That is likely due to interference from the bile roaches. The beasts release Kalar when they breed, seek a mate, and hunt. It disrupts the Kalar medium's perception. If you want her to successfully locate the heart's location, then you should probably get rid of that roach first. That bug is cunning, lethal, and well camouflaged. But if you capture its roachlings, which are much easier to deal with, you may be able to draw it out. Use meat to bait the roachlings. They can't resist it.
Here, roachling babies. Time to eat. looks pretty riled up. Smell change? It's open! Oh, that must have hurt. You shouldn't have underestimated me.
Great job. It looks like we got rid of all of them. But the beasts we'll be facing next will be stronger than these bile roaches. It'd be good to talk to the equipment artisans about enhancing your equipment.
Are you here to enhance your equipment? Leave it to me. Enhancing is different from forging. Enhancing equipment doesn't change its physical form, but it significantly improves the equipment's attributes.
Looks like everything is ready. Let's get going. We have no time to waste. I'll try to get some leads from the Caledonians. You can look for more clues in the forest.